Hey everyone, it's Deanna. Today, we're diving into a creepy crime story. Stick around for the chilling details. In 1998, a serene American town was rattled by a tragic incident. During the late hours of the night, a small girl was abducted from her mother's residence and subsequently disappeared without a trace. On September 11, 1998, Willie Seth Crains Jr., a 52-year-old convicted pedophile, abducted and killed 7-year-old Amanda Brown. She was taken from her mother's residence during the late hours of the night, and her remains were never discovered. Amanda Victoria Brown was born on March 13, 1991, in Tampa, Florida, to Roy Brown and Catherine Hartman. Amanda's parents separated 3 years ago. Following the divorce, Roy Brown got remarried and established a residence in nearby Lakeland, Florida. In order to guarantee that their child received adequate care and attention from both parents, Brown and Hartman devised a custody plan. According to this schedule, Amanda would spend time with each parent every other weekend and every Wednesday. Amanda was characterized as a carefree and cheerful child. She consistently exuded vitality and enthusiasm, embracing new experiences without fear and maintaining a constant smile. Her optimistic outlook and vibrant approach to life positively influenced those in her vicinity. Amanda's joyful demeanor was infectious, brightening the world with her mere presence. Currently attending Lopez Elementary School in the 2nd grade, she endeared herself to everyone with her kindness, openness, and lively attitude. Regarded as a genuine source of joy in her class, Amanda consistently radiated warmth and happiness to those around her. On September 9, 1998, Amanda stayed overnight at her father's residence. They shared a meal, watched television before bedtime, and discussed plans for the upcoming weekend. The following morning, just as was customary on Wednesdays, Roy Brown drove his daughter to school. Meanwhile, while Amanda was at her father's place, Catherine visited a local bar in Tampa for a drink. It was there that she encountered Willie Crains Jr., a 52-year-old local crab fisherman who had a daughter named Cynthia, familiar to Catherine. The two got acquainted, and after an enjoyable evening, Willie drove Catherine home, considering they both resided in the same mobile home park and lived approximately 3 minutes away from each other. The following day, on September 10, 1998, Catherine retrieved Amanda from the school bus stop after her classes and drove to their residence in the mobile home park in Tampa, Florida. After arriving home, Catherine allowed Amanda to spend a few hours playing with her friend from across the street before calling her inside to complete her homework. While Amanda was occupied with her homework, Willie Crains visited her, showing keen interest in the girl and even offering her a couple of dollars as a reward for completing her assignments. Catherine extended an invitation to Crains for dinner, and he returned a couple of hours later. Following the meal, Crains proposed going to his place to watch a movie, citing his extensive film collection. Upon reaching Crains' house, he received a call from his daughter Cynthia. During the call, Catherine was contacted by Crains as he prepared for the movie. After about 20 minutes, the call concluded and Catherine discovered Crains and his daughter in the bedroom, watching a movie. Crains explained his preference for the bedroom due to its air conditioning. During the movie, Catherine brought up her back pain and inquired if Willie had any medication for relief. She disclosed her ongoing struggle with painkiller addiction. Subsequently, Catherine consumed 5 milligram Valium tablets. Afterward, they returned to their residence due to the late hour, as Amanda had school the following day. Willie provided transportation back home, and Catherine urged him to stay until he was more sober. Upon returning, Catherine attended to Amanda, preparing her for bedtime. Catherine recollects Amanda joining her in bed during the night, as was her usual routine. Catherine herself went to bed around 2:30 a.m. Upon waking at approximately 6:30 a.m., Catherine discovered that both Amanda and Crains were missing. She promptly searched the residence, but Amanda was nowhere to be found. Catherine contacted 911, initiating a thorough search for Amanda. Despite the efforts, the police found no evidence. Amanda was described as 3 feet 10 inches tall, weighing 45 pounds, Caucasian, with blonde hair, blue eyes, scars on her forehead, and pierced ears. Catherine specified that Amanda was dressed in a blue and white nightgown. In an effort to locate individuals linked to Catherine and Amanda, investigators performed a background check on Willie Crains Jr. upon examination. His record disclosed a substantial history of convictions for the sexual assault of minor children. In 1985, Crains received a 20-year prison sentence for 3 counts of sexual battery involving a minor under the age of 11. However, Crains was released from incarceration after serving only 6 years of the originally imposed 20-year sentence. Investigators visited Willie Crains' residence in an attempt to interview him about Amanda's disappearance, but Crains was not present. Catherine later mentioned that Crains had informed her the previous night that he would be engaged in crabbing. This detail became crucial in the ongoing investigation into Amanda's disappearance. Investigators initiated interviews with witnesses, scrutinized surveillance footage, and gathered additional evidence to reconstruct the sequence of events. Investigators proceeded to the nearest dock near Crains' residence, but did not locate his pickup truck, trailer, or boat. Some individuals at the marina who were familiar with Crains provided insights on where he might have gone. They volunteered to accompany investigators by boat to the presumed location. Despite Amanda's disappearance still being unresolved, investigators were optimistic that they were making progress in solving the case. Building on the discovered clues and evidence, they formulated new hypotheses and devised plans for subsequent actions. Investigators found Crains in his crabbing boat, fishing in an area called Devil's Branch. They noticed that he was wearing nicer clothes and pumps, which are not usually worn by crab fishermen. They also noticed scratches on Crains' hands. Crains agreed to come to the station for an interview. The details and timing Crains proposed were different from those proposed by Catherine. So much so that investigators were able to obtain a search warrant for his mobile home in the 10,600 block of Leon Drive, even though Crains himself was not opposed to the search. Investigators detected a potent bleach scent in the bathroom of Crains' mobile home. Upon the application of luminol by crime scene technicians, a substantial amount of evidence was discovered on the bathtub, walls, and floor. Faint blood stains were identified on the toilet's edge as well. In response to these findings, Willie Crains was promptly arrested on charges of kidnapping and first-degree murder. Subsequent examination of Crains' clothing revealed a minor amount of blood on his underwear, along with several scratches on his arms. The legal proceedings involving Willie Crains Jr. spanned a period of 9 days. Throughout the trial, all pertinent evidence, including witness testimonies and discovered items, was presented. Witnesses attested that 18 months prior, Crains had mentioned his ability to dispose of a body in a way that would prevent discovery. Additionally, a forensic scientist from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement provided testimony. They affirmed that the DNA detected on the toilet seat and Crains' boxer shorts corresponded to Amanda Brown's DNA, which had been provided by her family. Willie Crains maintained in a prison interview that he did not kill Amanda Brown. "I knew they wouldn't believe me from the day they arrested me," the 53-year-old crabber told reporters hours after the jury voted unanimously on Friday for the death penalty. Crains served 6 years in prison for molesting 5 young girls, the jury was told during his sentencing hearing. "When they started telling people why I was put in prison, who would believe me?" Again, he insisted he was wrongly blamed for Amanda's disappearance on September 11, 1998. "I know I'm innocent," he said. Still, he hopes District Judge Barbara Fleischer will send him to death row when she sentences him. This way, he will have access to the law library and can work on his freedom, he said. The judge has not yet set a sentencing date. Crane also said he believes condemned prisoners wait too long to die. "I think if you are sentenced to death, they should do it within 60 or 90 days. Save the taxpayers some money," he said. Crane consistently asserted his innocence from the outset and disclaimed any awareness of the events surrounding the child's disappearance. Amanda went missing from her mother, Kathy Hartman's residence 2 days after Crane established a friendship with Hartman at a nearby bar. The last known sighting of Crane with Amanda occurred while they were sleeping together in the same bed at Ms. Hartman's home. "The last time I saw her, she was asleep in bed with her mother when I left," he said. He described Amanda as a child hungry for someone's attention, and despite the assumption that she was dead, Crane expressed hope that the little girl would be found alive. "I hope and pray that is the case," he said. "It will be the only thing that can free me. But how old will I be when she appears?" Speaking on his own behalf, Crane firmly believes that the trial was unjust. He contends that, owing to his limited education and financial resources, the odds were against him. Crane chose not to delve into his childhood during the trial. In the penalty phase, jurors learned about the sexual abuse and torture he endured as a child. Expressing his shame over these experiences, Crane, a crab fisherman, stated that while he is not afraid of death, he harbors concerns for his family. "I don't want to leave my people. It hurt them so much. It destroyed their business," he said. "They've suffered enough." On September 17, 1999, following 2 hours of deliberation, the jury rendered a verdict, finding Willie Crains Jr. guilty of both the kidnapping and murder of Amanda Brown. The jury recommended the death penalty. District Judge Barbara Fleischer imposed the death sentence on Crane. Notably, Crane was not charged with additional rape offenses, as the judge had already given him the maximum sentence for Amanda Brown's death. The decision brought a blend of emotions for Amanda's family. On one hand, they felt thankful that justice had been achieved, and Crane would no longer pose a threat to others. On the other hand, they recognized that no punishment could restore their cherished daughter. Her absence created a significant emptiness in the hearts of those who cared for her. However, justice had been delivered, allowing them to initiate the healing journey. Even though the ache of the loss would persist, her loved ones discovered a means to coexist with the pain and progress, acknowledging that they would always carry her memory. They could now commence recalling Amanda with a smile, cherishing the positive moments she brought to their lives. Amanda Brown's remains have not yet been found. We encourage parents to be vigilant about their children's safety and to be mindful of their environment, emphasizing that knowledge and awareness of potential dangers can play a role in averting such incidents. We suggest reaching out to law enforcement agencies and public organizations if there are suspicions or if similar issues are encountered. Thanks for joining today's crime journey. I'm Diana, your guide in the shadows. Subscribe, hit the bell, and let's keep exploring mysteries together. Stay curious, stay alert, and see you next time. Take care.